Hi folks, this is news from MB-Box. You know, we have been around for the integration between MB-Box and Divi for a long time. There were several challenges and difficulties during this progress. It took a lot of time and effort from us. But now we made it, and I'm so excited to announce that MB-Box is now officially integrated with Divi, and we have the very first version of the integration. With the integration, you can get any type of data from any custom fields created with MB-Box, and display them in the right format on a page created with Divi. Even the data from clonable fields or clonable groups. The integration is an extension that is now available on our website and GitHub for free download, also included in the MB-Box all-in-one. Now, let's see in detail what we can do and how we do when we have the integration. I have some typical custom fields like this. I also have a clonable field for this practice. And a normal group, also a clonable group. This is the data I input to these fields, for example. Now, we will use Divi to get and display them on a page. There are two ways to get and display data from custom fields in Divi. One is adding modules provided by Divi, and then using the dynamic content option to get data from custom fields created by MB-Box. It seems like we're almost done with some other page builders and themes. Another one is using specific modules created by MB-Box. Each method will have its own advantage, that you can explore when experiencing both of them later. But I highly recommend using the MB-Box's modules. Let's go ahead for the reason. I'm creating a new template for a single post page. If you want to use the module from Divi, you should look for a reasonable module for the matching data. For the most basic one is text from the text fields, we obviously should choose the text element. Then use the dynamic content button. Scroll this drop-down list. You will see this section for the MB-Box custom fields. Just choose the name of the field you want. So I've just finished getting the data from the text field. Note that the data will not appear right now. Just the name of the custom field here. When you go to the page on the front end, you will see the right information. I think it's quite inconvenient. But this is the first version of the integration, so just wait for improving this in the later ones. Move on with the other types of fields, you can do the same steps. For media data such as file or video, Divi has no module for file, and has one for video, but it does not support dynamic data. So, to get data from the file upload field, or the OEM'd field, I choose the text module instead. It will return text like this. Then you should enable raw HTML for these modules. Now you have the information in the right form. Next, if you have a clonable field, still do the same. I'm adding a text module to get data from the clonable text field. You also can get the data from subfields of any group. And a clonable group. But for the clonable group, it cannot display full of the data. This is data displayed on the page in the result. Let's compare them with those I save in the custom fields. These ones from the clonable group are missing. As well as, if you want to have a gallery from the images in an image advanced field, there is a gallery module. But you cannot get images from the field since it does not support dynamic content. It is the limit of the dynamic content option from Divi. That's why MB-Divi has another choice for you which is more optimal. Let's see it in the second method. To shorten the routine as well as break the limits of the dynamic content option that Divi provides, we decided to create 2 new modules as you can see here. Instead of considering which module will make the right choice, just choose one of them. This is for the clonable field and clonable group, as its name says. And this is for all the rest, which are non-clonable fields. We believe that it will be clearer and easier to choose. I will take these fields as an example. Just choose the MB-Divi field module. Then, choose the location for it as one of the fields. Only the field name displays as well. It will be the same with other fields. On the page on front end, you will see the data display. When using dynamic content of Divi, you should use HTML for the file upload and OEM field to set the data display in the right form. But with this block, you should do nothing. Just set the location as the field, then MB-Divi will do everything else. And they are in the right format already. For the group without clonable, we also use this module. Then choose the subfield for the location, instead of the group. And, the last one, to get all the images from the Image Advanced field. Choose this module. Then, on the front end, you will see all the images. Your work now is styling them. If you have a clonable field like this, not a clonable group, you can use the MB-Divi field module to get and display the data. Then the result will be like this. All the data will be listed in the same line, and separated by a comma. So, you can style the whole line only. If you want each one of them to be their own style, you should use the way exclusively for clonable ones. It's creating a layout for it with Divi. You should add the layout type as section. In the layout, add the MB-Divi field module. Also set the location for the module as the clonable field. Back to the page template editor. Now, choose the MB-Divi clonable module. In this section, choose the name of the layout that we have just created. And here, choose the name of the clonable field. That's done. Go to the page on front end. The data is now displayed in different lines. Next, for the clonable group, we also create a layout. In the layout, add a MB-Divi field module for each subfield you want to get data from. In the page template, also add this module. Set the layout and the name of the group. On the page, all the data will fully display. Now, you may know why we recommend using the MB-Divi's modules to get and display data from custom fields created with MB-Divi. Let's have a try and give us some feedback or suggestions for this integration. Have a nice day.